All right, mixed race relation. Oh, Jesus Christ. I love when people think I'm an expert on this just because, it's literally if I fell off a bed. Hey, Bill, you fell off a bed. Oh, I need some advice on falling off a bed. I don't know how the hell I ended up in this relationship. I just met her and I liked her. I asked her out and I couldn't get rid of her. I didn't want to get rid of her. Every time I ever thought about breaking up with her when I was all in a panic of, holy fuck, I've been in with her for 3 months. Oh, my God, the pressure, all this pressure I was building up on myself. I would always picture her walking out of my apartment. And even in the fantasy of getting out of the relationship, I would always run out to go back and get her. And then it took me about a good, 7, 8 years to realize, Bill, that means because you love her and you don't want her to leave. All right. Hey, Bill, you fucking alabaster bastard. Alabaster bastard. You alabastard. Why did you do that? Hey, Bill, you fucking alabastard. I'm also a white guy who has just started going out with a smoking hot black chick. I have no idea what she sees in me, but who gives a fuck, right? She makes me happy, and I seem to be make her happy too, so it's all good. Until you go outside. So on to my question. As someone who's in a successful, quote, mixed race, I don't know why it's in quotes, mixed race relation, I wonder if you have any insights or gotchas that might help my relationship last, make my relationship last. And do you still experience any casual racism from the mouth-breathing morons? I'll spell check this message and be careful to use correct punctuation too. So hopefully if you do read it, you won't sound like a preschool toddler auditioning for Sesame Street. Thanks for the podcast. I listen to them every week and go fuck yourself. I love how the punctuation is my fault still. It's still my fault. I'm the victim. Do I have any insights? Yeah, this is my insight, is that you two people are different than me and my wife because you're an individual, all right? So, it's not like, well, when like, it's like when you watch the Discovery Channel, well, when dealing with the hippopotamus, there's an aggressive behavior when it's fucking partly cloudy. My advice is if you're with somebody and they make you happy, stay with them. If they don't, break up with them. That's it. All right? And if you're in that situation right now and you want to break up with somebody, don't use the holidays as an excuse. All right? Just get out now. Just get out now. I'll actually tell you it's better to do it right before the holidays than after. Okay? Because as much as you're going to fuck up their Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, the new year comes, and with the new year, they'll be like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm just going to forget about it. It was the worst year ever. If you fucking wait till after the holidays, and then boom, their year starts, you just fucked up their whole next year. Because people think in calendar years for whatever reason. All right, so getting back to you. What do you want me to say? Let's start listening to fucking Jay-Z. I will tell you this. When it comes to that shit, there is a still stay in your own lane kind of thing. Just because you're with her, don't start using the expression woke. There's still, I guess I can't give you advice. There are things like that. That no matter how much she loves you, you will immediately turn into an annoying white person. And yes, racism doesn't magically go away because the two of you are now together. But I will be honest with you, it's just like if it wasn't racism, it would be something else. I kept talking about Chicago and Milwaukee, and they kept booing Chicago. They didn't like Chicago. So it's like people don't like their next door neighbors. They don't like the people they work with. Football teams don't like coaches and GMs that won them Super Bowls. So if it wasn't that, it will be something else. And who gives a shit what other people think? You only go around once, and you should be with the person you're supposed to be with. That's what I think. All right? So have fun. Enjoy yourselves. And that's it. All right. First breakup. Hey, Billy Pink Dick. I don't know. Is that some cancer thing? Been listening to your podcast. I don't know what that means, but that's funny as hell. Been listening to your podcast for a couple of years now and could really use your advice. I'm a 22-year-old college senior and recently have gone through a breakup. That's great. You got it done before the holidays, or she got it done. We dated for 6 months, and it was great. She was my first girlfriend and my first love. She was even the first girl I ever had sex with. All right, so you checked it all off. But as we neared 6 months, I began to worry about committing to a long-term relationship when I've never even had sex with another woman. My dick got cold feet. Rightly so. Rightly so, because as a guy, if you're thinking that shit, you're going to eventually do it, so why hurt her? Anyway, after a long talk, we decided to break up. I thought having sex for the first time was tough, but breaking up for the first time is horrible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't seem to get out of this funk. It's really hard not to miss her. What advice do you have for someone going through their first breakup? My friends and I have gone to a bar only once or twice since, and none of us have any game. We stand around the corner of the bar looking like meerkats. That's hilarious. It's the last quarter of the game, and I'm down 10 points. I could use a motivational speech from Coach Ginger Pubes over here. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. All right, we obviously have a sense of humor. Here's the deal, dude. My advice when you're going through a breakup is rather than doing the guy thing and trying to block it out like it isn't happening, go through the sadness of it. All right? Don't cry in front of your friends, but if you got to cry it out of you. It's actually a healthy thing. Crying is a healthy emotion. I finally figured that out, when I haven't, cried in almost 50 fucking years, so now it's like no longer like, I don't know. It's like a room that I walled off. I mean, literally a friend of mine has to die. I have to be at a fucking funeral. You know what I mean? But anyways, don't run from the pain of it. Okay? That's what women do. Women, when they fucking break up, they don't fucking run right, or for the most part, they don't run right out and get into something else. They stay home, they watch sad movies, they listen to sad fucking, oh my God. The Chiefs just did a potato sack race celebration dance. I was actually rooting for them this year. I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to see them maybe win it, The Patriots are as mediocre as they look. And I got to say, fuck that whole franchise. If not the whole state. I'm glad the St. Louis Cardinals moved. I'm even going to take St. Louis down. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Now, of course, show it again. What? Remember like the dunking contest when people were just out of ideas? It's just enough already. Just spike the ball like Gronk and go back to the sideline. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got to walk that one off. When you got to have like a fucking separate meeting with 4 of the teammates to get your end zone dance together, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. What women do correctly is they when they're sad, they allow themselves to be sad. If they have to cry, they allow themselves to cry. And you actually feel better after you do that stuff. It's when you ignore it and you push it down, it becomes this fucking weight in your chest or this fucking ball of shit in your head. You broke up with somebody and you're sad, so I would be sad. And then as far as going out to a bar, I mean, I don't know. How do you learn how to throw a football? The first time you throw a football, if you don't throw a tight spiral, do you just never throw one again? You keep doing it, and it gets better. You got to go out there and... We used to we used to go to this place, Daisy Buchanan's, that I guess is a legendary meat market on Newbury Street in Boston. And we used to just fucking... You went in there like... It was almost like a stand-up comedy thing where you just went up and like deliberately tried to bomb to make your friends laugh. We used to go in there and just any dumb fucking thing we could think of, as we just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And it stopped being the way we got over the fear, because it is the fear of rejection. It's fucking brutal when you're young, right? So what we did is we would hit on some chick while our other buddy could hear it. So if you started bombing and she wasn't in it, you could then just switch over to trying to make your friend laugh by making even more of a fool of yourself. And then all of a sudden rejection became funny. It didn't become this like, oh my God, is there something wrong with me? I want to run out of here. Dude, you're young. You're 22 years old. You know, I don't even know how to say it. It's just like I would hit on every cute chick you saw. You know, I'm not saying to go out there and be a fucking man whore, but you're single and... I mean, college life, that's like the greatest fucking nightclub ever. Everybody's single, everybody's young and good looking. I mean, there's no reason, that's not the time to be shy. Get over your shyness and just fucking throw it out there. And who gives a shit? The worst thing is that they say no, and you keep coming back. How many fucking times I bombed before I got to this level of being able to do my shit and dick jokes? All right. Anyways. Oh, God. Now they're just going to keep showing the potato sack. They've shown it like 3 fucking times. Anyways. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be the crabby old man. Good for those guys. And I'm going to keep rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs because I know there's long, diehard fans. They got that fucking great stadium. I'll walk that off and just say, you know what, Bill? The NFL continues to change, and a new generation has come in, and this is how they celebrate touchdowns. And don't be the grumpy old man. They used to just give the ball back to the ref. I'm not going to be that guy, all right? Great. Let's see a 3-legged race next. All right? God bless them. God bless them. God bless DJ Music. God bless the CIA and whatever they're doing with the robots.